today is spontaneously. If something happens which is as a result of something that seemingly has not caused it to happen, it just almost happens by itself, then it's deemed as being spontaneous, which is an adjective. Spontaneously is an adverb to describe how something reacts in that kind of unexpected and almost voluntary kind of way. So spontaneously is today's word. The first word to have a go at spelling today is doubtful. If something is not likely, it is called doubtful. The next word to have a go at is beautiful. So if something is full of beauty, it is beautiful. Can you spell beautiful? Next, can you spell boastful? If you're kind of showing off, you might be described as being boastful. Now can you have a go at spelling pitiful? If something is not very impressive, you might say it's pitiful. Lastly, can you spell plentiful? If there's said to be lots of something, you would say it is plentiful. So that's what is plentiful. The first word to have a go at spelling today is doubtful. If something is not likely, it is called doubtful. The next word to have a go at is beautiful. So if something is full of beauty, it is beautiful. Can you spell beautiful? Next, can you spell boastful? If you're kind of showing off, you might be described as being boastful. Now can you have a go at spelling pitiful? If something is not very impressive, you might say it's pitiful. Lastly, can you spell plentiful? If there's said to be lots of something, you would say it is plentiful. So that's what is plentiful. So before we start writing and publishing today, we really need to think about this step. So we need to think, what would some of the questions that the police officer ask? So around on the page there, you can see that he would be really interested in facts. The police officer would not be interested in kind of what she really thinks or her guesses. He wants facts. He would ask open questions to try and kind of get as much information as possible. So questions which would require not a yes or a no or an answer or a closed answer. He would ask questions which would help him find the answers to the 5 W's. He would try and be non-judgmental and sensitive, and in the kind of the questions that he asks, he might use formal language, but equally when people speak, we tend to use more informal language, and then when we write, we might kind of convert that into some more formal language. So I want you to spend some time coming up with at least kind of 5 or 6 questions and considering what you think the answers would be from the teachers to those questions, but you might even collect even more questions. The more questions you have, the more you'll have to write about in your report. So now you've collected some questions and answers, have a look at this example of a report that I've shared with you, and I want you to think about how is it similar or different to the reports that we read yesterday. And I've included there the features of the incident reports that we've looked at before as well. So this is an example that you might use and take some ideas from when you're doing your writing as well. So today your activity is to have a go at writing your own incident report, based on a witness interview, like the example on the previous slide, but I'd like you to use your questions that you've asked and weave those into the report. It's really important to notice the fact that the language used in the report is more formal, so can you try and duplicate that in your report as well?